With all the censorship big tech is engaged in, it's critical that you sign up for our free newsletter at Infowars.com/newsletter. You will get breaking news, videos, great deals at InfoWarsStore.com, and all the latest articles with key intel and analysis. Get around the electronic Berlin Wall by signing up for our newsletter at Infowars.com/newsletter.
But this seems, Mick, to be the worst kind of racial stereotype. Let me finish.
Yeah.
Racial stereotyping. Black congressman, majority black district. I mean, no human being would want to live there. Is he saying people that live in Baltimore are not human beings?
There is a massive crisis on our border that the Democrats are well aware of.
We cannot allow people to pour into the U.S. undetected, undocumented, and unchecked. Americans are right to demand better border security and better enforcement of the immigration laws.
While we need to address the issue of immigration and the challenge we have of undocumented people in our country, we certainly don't want any more coming in.
Yet the current president of the United States called out a ranking millionaire member of Congress for his lording over his own district after Representative Elijah Cummings blamed the executive office for the crisis on the border.
You're doing a great job. I guess you feel like you're doing a great job, right? Is that what you're saying?
We're doing our level best in a very challenging.
What does that mean? What does that mean when a child is sitting in their own feces, can't take a shower? Come on, man. What's that about? None of us would have our children in that position.
Meanwhile, impeachment bully U.S. Representative Elijah Cummings and the media cry racism after President Trump tweeted, "As proven last week during a congressional tour, the border is clean, efficient, and well-run, just very crowded. Cummings District is a disgusting rat and rodent infested mess. If he spent more time in Baltimore, maybe he could help clean up this very dangerous and filthy place."
No human being would want to live there. Infested. That's usually reserved for references to rodents and insects, but we've seen the president invoke infestation to criticize lawmakers before. You see a pattern here? He's insulted thousands of people, many different types of people. But when he tweets about infestation, it's about black and brown people. The president says about Congressman Cummings' district that no human would want to live there. You know who did, Mr. President? I did. From the day I was brought home from the hospital to the day I left for college. And a lot of people I care about still do. There are challenges, no doubt. But people are proud of their community. I don't want to sound self-righteous.
The president actually responded to Elijah Cummings. And what he said was definitely true. The house, as far as the house and everything, like I said, he has never done anything for not even one person that I know of. I never heard anybody say anything about him. And people want to talk about Donald Trump this, Donald Trump that. Why is this man over there taking care of people at the border? We hungry. We need a place to stay. We feel like we're in a concentration camp. And it's just sad. He worried more about them than his own people.
Cummings responded with, "Mr. President, I go home to my district daily, each morning. I wake up and I go and fight for my neighbors." But does he? There is no question that the area of Baltimore President Trump is referencing is rat infested. In fact, it's so bad that Animal Planet ranked Baltimore as one of the worst rat-infested cities in the world, reporting Baltimore's rat problem is bad enough that at one point, rats tunneled so intensely beneath a particular area of pavement that when garbage collectors drove over it, their truck sunk up to its axles. Rats in the vicinity took full advantage of the mishap and swarmed the truck, gorging on the garbage inside. Bernie Sanders, flanked by Baltimore city leaders, wasn't called a racist when he likened Baltimore to a third world country.
The fact of the matter is that America is the wealthiest country in the history of the world. But anyone who took the walk that we took around this neighborhood would not think you're in a wealthy nation. You would think that you were in a third world country.
Look at West Baltimore. This is Cummings District. Look at the row houses. Look at the dilapidated building. Look at the rats. Now, that's true in those neighborhoods, in those parts of West Baltimore.
Racism doesn't trump the truth. And when a crooked politician's plastic reputation supersedes the lives of 22.4% of its constituents that live in poverty, supersedes the highest homicide rate of U.S. big cities, and supersedes a rat problem of global proportions, we are no longer facing the truth. John Bound reporting. Cognitive dissonance is a major issue amongst the left. It can be very stressful dealing with facts you refuse to accept. If you have a family member suffering from this degenerative mental condition, buy them a bottle of Ultimate Fish Oil from InfoWarsStore.com. Studies have suggested that fish oils and fish oil supplementation can slightly lower blood pressure, decrease triglyceride levels, decrease the growth rate of plaque, and provide a soothing reduction in inflammatory responses in joints and the digestive system. Recent studies have suggested that high EPA and DHA fish oil can stimulate immune function by increasing the concentration and activity of immune cells. Perhaps that family member or friend's mind is shorting out with leftist fantasies due to a lack of the supplementation found in Ultimate Fish Oil. It worked for my family, and now I can have a logical and calm discussion about actual facts that pertain to reality. Get your Ultimate Fish Oil for a friend, family,